For
And
sure.
that's okay. Authenticity, it's the truth of where we are.
It is. It's the truth.
That's
Sorry, I'm
good. That's
loading.
good. I think most of our folks in our community can appreciate that,
Oh,
man, that 2 minute creeped up quick.
I'm literally tearing up. This is so. Oh my gosh, you got driven mindset on here? Show yourself.
Yeah.
Show
Reveal
yourself.
yourself.
I need the face to the name.
Yeah.
Reveal yourself, Danny.
Oh, but shout out
Danny.
to Driven Mike. Danny, that's you.
Hey,
Yeah, well, welcome
Connect.
everybody. Go ahead, Nina.
Danny. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute her.
Welcome, Danny. I can't see it. I can't see what you're seeing right now. But for those that tapped in already, thank you guys for joining us again on another episode of Roots of Resilience. Tonight we got another banger for you guys. We got By the Sanctuary. So if you guys, as always, check our chat for housekeeping rules and introduce yourself. Put your name down and what city you tapping in from. And like I said, it's our 14th episode of Roots of Resilience, empowering strength, growing strength and empowering dreams. And tonight we're joined by the ladies of By the Sanctuary, and we'll definitely get into more of their story. But first, it's an honor to be your host. My name is Upamoni Siuama, and along with my co-host, St. Peter's Famata. And as we do with all our community function and events, we would like to open this up with a word of prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, Tama Lelani, we just come humbly before you, give you all glory and gratitude for your love and protection. Lord, we ask that the Holy Spirit be with us on tonight's Zoom meeting, this gathering on this technology. Lord, we're so grateful that we're able to all meet and gather in the same place, although we are in different places. Lord, we ask that you just open our hearts and minds to the experience and words and inspirations that will be shared tonight. Let us be just mindful of each other's stories and journey, Lord, and we just continue to seek you at all things we do. Thank you for this work you put in front of us to serve the community. And always we pray and say these things in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Mene.
Thank you guys. And at this time, I would like to turn it over to our community health navigator from our Pacifica Wellness Program, Mil Tuala, and she'll give some of our acknowledgement and introduction. Thanks, Mil.
Thank you, Upu. First and foremost, I'd like to thank our Heavenly Father for this opportunity for us to be together. As Indigenous people of the Pacific, it is cultural protocol for us to give acknowledgments and pay our respects. We give our sacred acknowledgments to this land we now call home and its original people. On behalf of the Southern California Pacific Islander Community Response Team, also known as SoCal We give utmost respect to the Tongva and Chumash people, who are the original people of LA County. We hope that our work supports your pursuit of self-determination for your current and future generations. We give our deepest respects to our elders who paved the way in this work through their leadership and sacrifices. We hope that we carry forth their legacy in serving our Pacific Islander community and humbly thank them for their wisdom and teachings. Last but not least, we give our respects to each of you here tonight and ask for your grace and permission for our fellowship here on Roots of Resilience. I'll pass it on to Peter to continue with introductions.
Thank you, Mia and Upu. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'd like to briefly introduce ourselves as this program. My name is Peter Afamata. I was born and raised in the city of Paramount, but grew up in the streets of Long Beach and currently live in the city of Moreno Valley with my wife and 6 kids. In addition to my role here, I'm also a proud member of the Fold Movement. Upu and I are community navigators for the Pacific Pathway Program at SoCal Picker. In 2020, SoCal Picker started a coalition of over 20 Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders organizations throughout Southern California and continues to carry a responsibility of supporting and uplifting our NHPI community. In addition to caring for our coalition, we also provide direct service to our LA County NHPI families. Pacific Pathway is one of SoCal Picker's programs and is currently focused on connecting our communities and resources, including and not limited to small business owners, entrepreneurs, and families with housing needs in LA County. The program is funded by LA County American Rescue Plan funds. Roots of Resilience is the offering through this program that we hope will bring you useful information to help strengthen and empower the dreams of our families. We hope that you will stay for the whole program today, which will follow. One, we will be spending time with our special guests, Nina and Nick from By the Sanctuary. 2, the audience will have the chance to ask questions during the Q&A portion of our program. And 3, then we will share some resources and grant opportunities that could be useful to some of you. Feel free to type questions in the chat box as our team will be monitoring the chat, Zoom, and YouTube to ensure we answer as many questions as possible. With that said, we ask for all your utmost respect for this gracious and space that we are sharing together in this event. And at this time, I'll pass it over to Brother Upu.
Man, thank you, host. Yeah. So I'll skip my little intro. I think everybody pretty much know my back story. And if you're not, check out the profile, y'all, and we'll go from there. But I definitely want to just jump right into tonight's episode with the girls from By the Sanctuary. So I guess my first question would be, and this is pretty much a standard question for all our guests, is just share with us about, where you was born or where your family was born and your culture.
What's up, y'all? Yeah. My name is Selena Josefina Yandel. I also go by Nina. I am first-generation Samoan American woman who is, of Samoan descent, and my family is from both American Samoa and independent Samoa. And, yep.
Oh, real quick. Sorry about that, Nina and Nick. I forgot to ask Neil if she can kindly read off a quick bio of you guys, so we give our audience a snippet of who you guys are and what you guys do. Sorry about that, Neil.
Yeah, no problem. So Nick and Nina, founders of By the Sanctuary, and 2 first-generation Samoan American women, are navigating this world together with purpose and heart. Rooted in community, culture, faith, creativity, music, and love, they're passionate about making space for people to feel seen, heard, and inspired. Their journey began in 2023 with a curated open mic experience that welcomed authentic expression and connection through creativity. Since then, they've expanded into new experiences, always centering the voices and needs of our communities. They've coined our official slogan, "It Takes Women," and created merch to release to the public with the intention of using the funds to pour back into these curated events. I'll go ahead and pass it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And excuse me, girl, for interrupting you guys' intro. But if you was finished, Nina, then we can go to Nick for her introduction.
You're on
You
mute.
on mute, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Mute it. Okay. Hi, everybody. First of all, thank you guys so much for having us. We feel honored and like just really connected. And Mio, that was such a beautiful introduction. Like I love how you guys set that intention. You guys probably saw me and Nina go like this because one of the main reasons like we also do this community work is to stay connected to our roots and like make space for like what feels honest and right for us, which is being of the land, connected to the land, being connected to God, taking care of your people. But about me,
Amen.
yeah. So just thank you guys for the intro and just like this opportunity just to share our stories. That's part of our culture as well, just storytelling. So about me, I'm Nicola Utapol. I'm the youngest of five. My dad is from Whangalii, and then my mom sorry, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I literally just learned the village that she was from today because I assumed she was
All
also
good.
from the same village. She was in the same village, so we're all gonna have a learning experience today, okay? Repeat after me. Like, I'll be like, okay. So, mom and everybody from the village, I'm so sorry if I mispronounce it, but I'm learning. So that's honest. And I'm first generation. So there's that disconnect. So my mom is from Falesu. 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 Yes, everyone, let us all nod our head. Yes, it sounds stupid.
Yes.
I can't.
See.
Thank you so much. So anybody watching that, there's always still space to learn. And yeah, but that's just a little bit about me. So yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
Well, thank you,
guys.
guys. Gordo.
I was just saying thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell us about you guys and what city you guys grew up in and how old you guys are, and just talk about your guys' upbringing.
I'm 32, born and raised in Long Beach, California. I grew up in a traditional Samoan household. And I was, Long Beach.
Whoa.
Whoa, for sure.
Hey. And I also grew up in a traditional Samoan household, but grew up in a traditional Samoan church, granddaughter of Long Beach first Samoan church pastor.
Mm,
Yeah, so the culture runs deep, as deep as it can go for a first generation Samoan American woman right now. So I'm 32
absolutely.
years old, and I feel like I'm just getting started. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that needs. I'm 29. I turn 30 next month, so excited about that in the new chapter. I'm born and raised here in Bellflower, and yeah, I'd be like, that's about me for real. Sorry.
Are you good?
No, I think it was fitting as we started this episode that we was playing Fiji's rest in peace to the legend,
Yes.
Fiji's Sosafina. And reason why I said it was fitting because for those of you who don't know, Nina, also her handle is Nina Sosafina, or you can follow her on Instagram. And can you just share with us, Nina, on how that Sosafina part came about to your name or identity?
Yeah, my middle name is Sosifina. So
Oh,
yeah, no, that's okay. It's not like you're supposed to know. But I don't know if people know that. I honestly, it wasn't my job for people to know that, but it's the most Samoan part of my name. And it's the name that I feel the most connected to culturally. So I wanted to make sure that it was always a part of me. And I'm an artist myself. I'm a singer and actor myself, so I want to make sure that it's literally my business name, Nina Sosifina. So yeah, and that my second mom, who recently passed away, she always sang the song Sosifina to me, and the version that I grew up on wasn't just Five Stars, it was Fiji's version. And yeah, it just that's why it's just, oh, you'll always see it. Anytime you see Nina, you're gonna see Sosifina and buy it if I can help it.
There you
You
go.
know. Hmm.
And sorry for the condolences to the passing of your second mom.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, definitely want to just let's get right into it and let us know how By the Sanctuary came about.
Go ahead, Nick.
Where's the creativity coming from? What is it? You guys saw each other. You guys know each other since you guys were since high school, or you guys just barely meet? What's the story behind you guys meeting and how you guys came about By the Sanctuary?
So the story about how the sanctuary started, me and Nina have always been involved in like community events. We've just been on separate parts of the world. Um, so she's been here in Long Beach and like doing the open mics and just being in community events. You know Nina's at every Pacific Islander community event. Like she's just always been for the people. That's adamant. That's something that you have no question about. And I was doing events when I was living in Mexico and we're doing like open mics and when I was in New York as well. And then we kind of just came together. We met at like a coffee shop. We had DM'd each other and I was just like, hey, like really think about doing these open mics together. Mind you, um, we've always known about each other, but have never hung out with each other. I'm sure that's how we all grew up. We all know of each other, but it's just like we're all so into our families and into our own life that, when it is time to meet up, God always makes sure that it comes together. So, yeah, I just felt called to DM Nina because Nina has always been somebody that I also look up to because she just does amazing things and she's just a beautiful person inside and out. And everybody who knows that, am I getting emotional? Oh my God. Ugh, I don't do well in public speaking. Usually Nina takes the lead, I swear. I'll be like, but yeah, I was like, so I just felt called to like hit her up and DM her. And she was like, yeah, bro. Like I was doing stuff over here in the city as well with the open mics. I was thinking about doing that. Would love to like meet up. So we met at a coffee shop. And then after the coffee shop, everything just started moving fast. Like we had a pitch deck done already. Like it kind of was just like an answered prayer. And then my homegirls, they owned a shop east side of Long Beach called Divine and Twine. And they were just like, hey Nick, like if you guys want to have an event here, you guys can just have it here. Mind you, like me and Nina, all these events are like self-funded for us. So it's just beautiful to see how like money is not your only resource. Also connection, conversation, your pure intent, like a prayer and just like leading with purpose, like where that could find you. So the sanctuary started with just like a whole lot of heart and connection with just space to feel seen because we're both artists and we just know how important it is, especially in our own community, that we need to fill into our creative cups. But we're all born into survival, and because a lot of us are first generation trying to pave the way and navigate this, land. So, yeah, that's just a little bit about how the sanctuary started. I'll let Nina go ahead, but yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, that
Thanks,
was great.
Nina.
I
Thanks,
don't have
y'all.
anything to add to that because it's literally we have the same experience. She explained it exactly how it is, so I don't have to add to that. Oh, I could talk about the receiving end. I was definitely when she DM'd me, I had already put out a post about, oh, I want to bring back the Rock Shop open mics. Like I started open mics there with Chaz Rocks and my cousin Dallas and a few other creatives there because we had a space and whatnot, and then COVID hit. And then
Yeah.
we hadn't done anything since, and I was trying to bring the band back together, but everyone's in different parts of their lives and in different spaces. And then I sort of put that on the back burner because everyone's just busy. We all have different schedules. And then literally not a week later, Nick hits me up, and she DMs me. She's like, hey, I know you used to do open mics, wondering if you want to do one together. And that's when I was like, wow, it has to be a sign because there's no other way. When you open yourself up to the universe, and when you meet God halfway, that's just when things start happening. So that's how it started, and it's been up ever since.
That's dope. That's tight, you guys. And then you guys, so obviously you guys been working together for a while. And then I'm a huge fan on you guys' social media platform, both the By the Sanctuary and you guys' personal account. And just from a person that scrolls or be on social media, man, you guys are doing amazing work over there in Long Beach. Not just in Long Beach, but the community overall. And when you say that you open yourself up to the universe, that's how me and Pete, I think I met you guys both time in person with my brother Pete. I think at the Mai Tai Festival a couple years back, and then at the Vibes by the Bay in Long Beach
Mhm.
Mhm.
at the shoreline. And yeah, you guys love the way you guys perform. You guys love like you said, you guys are approachable to the community. You just don't stay back there, where they have all the performers. How they set a section for the performers. You guys are always out and about in the mix, just
Yeah.
meeting the community and having these conversations. And we highly appreciate that, as just a member of the community, just to be available to us in that form. Uh, my question I want to ask is the singing part, right? Because we heard you guys at the Vibes by the Bay, where you guys was up on stage performing together. And man, if you guys haven't seen these two perform together, or just perform, period, man, definitely try to catch their next gig where they're gonna be at, man, and check them out. And you definitely
Mhm.
just feel everything what they're saying about how they, get back to the community. You can hear it through their music and their voices.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's sweet. Thank you so much.
So my question with the singing is, how often is it strategic? You guys only do certain events, or are you guys open for anybody that reach out to you, or how that works?
With the for the sanctuary or the singing
The
for the
singing.
singing for the singing we it's funny you ask that now because we are in a space of pouring back into ourselves and into ourselves as individual artists, independent artists. So right now Nick and I, we haven't announced it yet, but
Uh-oh,
There we
breaking
go.
news, y'all, breaking
First
news.
time
yeah.
doing it on Roots of
Breaking
We
Resilience.
news.
haven't. We haven't. We're gonna be performing our separate sets at the House of Blues restaurant in September on two separate nights, on the 19th, which is a Friday, and on the 20th, the Saturday. We're gonna be doing acoustic sets. We love the
Mhm.
Nice.
intimate setting.
Yeah.
We love acoustic sets. We love to be like almost eye level with the people that we're trying to connect with, like you
Mhm.
say. So that is, we'll be, I think, announcing that like starting next week. But yeah, that's how often we do. We do it as often as we're welcomed. We also do it as often as we open ourselves up to the universe to do it. And yeah, we just haven't been as open with it in the past because we've been so focused on pouring. So now we're in the season of pouring into ourselves, and now we're announcing that we're performing next month
Hey,
on
y'all
your
heard it first
show.
here. You heard it first
Yeah,
here.
yeah, we haven't said anything at all yet. So yeah,
Well, thank you for that.
of course.
Sorry to take you back to the sanctuary, right? But I love what I love is the startup, right, in the beginning, because me and Upo always talk about, when we come up with an idea, we put a go to it and a plan, and then a year later we're like, man, what came in idea is now a reality. So I wanted to take us through that step when it was an idea, then it actually came to be a reality. And when was your first gig by the sanctuary? And was you guys nervous? What was your guys' vision when you guys first did it?
I don't think we were nervous because of our experience from just because of our resumes are already stacked with open mics and putting and doing, events separately. And I
Mhm.
think the excitement of us coming together was knowing that we were both in it and we were
Mhm.
both already previously experienced in the field, and we weren't scared to, to fall into what we were going to do together, and then go through the trial and error that was necessary in order to bring the sanctuary about. I think what we did was, we went into Divine Entwined, which was It was a small shop on the east side, and we had our first open mic there, and it was overflowing. Like there were 30 people who signed up on a sign up sheet to perform at the open mic, and that's a lot for any open mic, because sometimes it's hard to get people to sign up, but Long Beach has been a place that's been needing a space for creatives to come and just express no matter what they do. So it was never a question for Nick and I to, like, should we do this? Oh my gosh, I'm too scared. We weren't scared. We're not, and we're not scared. It's really just like we could do it with our eyes closed at that point. But it was about like who we're connecting to. We're very intentional about who we're connecting to and why we're connecting to them. And then again, we always met God and the universe halfway, opened ourselves up to the universe and met God halfway with any opportunity that would pop up. And we would decide whether it would align with our values and morals or not. But fortunately, things have always popped up for us, and places and spaces have always popped us up for us to that really just align with our vision. And we do always look back to when we first, met up in that cafe, and every event that we've had has met up with our expectations and beyond. So it is nice to always look back, to really just ground ourselves in what we do and just ground ourselves as individuals to know that we have come so far, because we are always constantly looking at where we are right now and where we could go in the future. But I think that we just try not to get lost in our goals for the future, and just remember that, like, who it's about, what it's about, and where we come from, in order to, solidify our foundation and then use that as a launching pad to move forward.
And then also, just to add to that, I think also just being a Samoan daughter, I think just prepares you
Yeah.
just for everything and anything, just for the responsibility and how we like make a home feel like a home. And both of us, like being aunties, it's like this attention to detail. And one big thing about being the sanctuary is that we want it to feel like home. Like we want it to feel safe. We want it to be like a place that you feel like you can like share a testimony or a part of yourself. Whether you go to church or not, or whether you whatever, just like whatever you do outside of that, like when you step into the sanctuary, you're now family, and that's what we emphasize. And me and Nina, but Nina especially, like, when we're at the sanctuary, ensures that nobody messes with that. Like, no, this is a place of love, it's a place of respect. Like everybody who comes up here, it's like very vulnerable to share like something at an open mic, something that you hold close and dearly to you. And I think another reason why we started the sanctuary is because we're both learning to advocate for our needs and how to pour into ourselves. Because even though we are Samoan daughters and we know how to make a house feel a home, we still need to feel home within. And something that makes us feel like home is singing and expressing ourselves. So, yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Oh, that was more than adding. That was
Yeah, mic drop
wisdom.
for
That
sure.
was mic drop. That was wisdom right there.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Just sharing that our culture prepares us for what we're about to get into, right?
It does.
And even our live experience, just hearing like I love that you reached out to her, right? Because sometimes people have that feeling and they don't act upon it, and you felt that, you act upon it. Because I would say this, me and Upu, same thing with me and Upu. If you guys see us, you guys act like we know each other for years, but we actually just barely met, maybe 3, 4, or 5 years ago. But the spirit drawing us to come us together. And now you see us, we're like Kobe and Shaq.
That's a good one.
Trying to dominate the community. So it's beautiful to see your guys' relationship thrive through that conversation. So just wanted to add that on. My bad. Go Big Oop.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Me and Pete, we love to just pull up on folks in the community that's, out here in the same lane that we're in, that's doing the work for the community. So we definitely got to come by the sanctuary, man.
Yeah,
And
pull up.
you know what I mean? Shake hands, give hugs, kiss babies, you know what I mean? And just develop this personal relationship with you guys. So that way, our resources can become y'all resources, and y'all resources can become our resources. But yeah, we'll definitely set that up soon and very soon. just like Pete had mentioned earlier off camera, that that's one thing that we wanted to do moving forward is come check you guys out on your home turf and see what it is you guys do, and invite you guys to our home turf and see what it is we do. You guys mentioned open mic quite a lot so far. Man, can you guys, because I know, because I admitted that I follow you guys on social media, and you guys had a flyer about an open mic just last month, July 27th. And I seen that one. And also I seen the one prior to that one. I forgot how long ago it was prior to that, but I remember just dancing the idea in my head was like, man, maybe I can go there and probably share my testimony, maybe, or man, I got this little comedy prison skit that I've been sitting in my back pocket. I've been wanting to try on the public. So for folks like me that never done an open mic, what would you like? How would you encourage someone to just pull up to by the sanctuary and sign up to be on your open mic?
With the sorry. With the I mean, well, like I was sharing off camera, there was someone that we met that always wanted to be a comedian, but he's never been to an open mic. So I met him in the lobby just before our event while we were setting up, and he was, nervous, and he's never been to an open mic, and he's never shared his craft or whatever. It's always been in his head. And I challenged him like I do. It's regular. Like if you know me, I'm gonna force you to get up there if you
I'm
want
gonna
to get up
sign
there.
you up.
Because
I'm
you're
gonna
not, I'm
sign you
gonna
up.
literally sign you up, or I'm gonna watch you until you sign up. And
It's
I
like
think
that auntie.
Marcus on Driven Mindset, like they posted a podcast bit from
Marcus.
Marcus, of Marcus sharing how he was pretty much forced to perform. And it doesn't matter if you'd performed it prior or if you've performed it anywhere else, even if you're tired of it, there could be like 10 new people who've never heard, seen, or been associated with you who could also experience it for the first time. So the person that I met in the lobby at our last event made him go upstairs and sign up when, and when he after he performed, I was like, bro, that was really good. It was a really good comedy bit. And you could just do that. Literally, that's all that open mics are about. And it's just about being that resource that people could use and being that platform that people could just, hop onto and just express themselves with no judgment. Because one thing about Nick and I, we make sure that no one is judging you. You know what I mean? Like we've had people come up there and quit their job and tell us that they're about to quit their job. We have people coming up there and just saying like, sharing a journal entry that doesn't rhyme and it doesn't have to be poetry. We have people who come up there and they'll say, "Oh, it wasn't my best. It
Hi,
wasn't my."
Marcus.
I know, and it wasn't our best. They would say, "Oh, it wasn't my best performance." Like, so that's what open mic is for. And even if you do mess up on your on your actual performance, like who cares? You know what I mean? Like it's not about who you're performing for. It's about yourself. Are you satisfied with what you're expressing right now? Because that will ultimately be the foundation of your artistry in the future. Yeah, that's it's just an open space for anyone to everyone and anyone to come in and just express any form of art from our live painters that we bring aboard, or our dancers that just want to dance, who are also singers and want to sing after they dance, or rappers or poets, or just anyone who wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Shout out to
also,
Marcus on YouTube. Just want to give Marcus a shout out. He's watching
I
the video.
know. Shout out
hi,
Marcus.
Marcus.
Hey.
But
Ba, ba, ba,
and
ba.
that's the thing, even with Marcus getting signed up, even the first one, guess what? He came back every other sanctuary, perform,
Yeah.
perform.
Even
So
when he would come, he would just try not to perform and like, nope, you came, you're coming up. Don't care.
No,
We
for
got
sure.
5, 10 new people.
Yeah, it was even after an event. Like our event was finished and Nina just had him on the mic because we was all playing his song. So my thing is just like it's just an open canvas. It's a space where it helps you build confidence and it makes you feel connected not only to yourself but to others. And then it's just like we also want people not to put like creativity and art or like even an open mic into a box. Like
Yeah.
it's just a space to connect and like simply be, and be respectful, of course. And the thing about an open mic, I feel like me and Nina have been in like different locations throughout our journey. Like, and one thing Nina's been big on as well is just like keeping it in Long Beach so that everybody, especially like locals, especially like our community, because we're so deep in Long Beach and like, you know, on the other side of town, we don't want to go to LA, you know? So it's just beautiful to just see everybody pull up. And it's just been a lot of times where me and Nina get like super emotional, but also like the open mic and sanctuary is also for us. Because the roles that we play like in our family and the responsibilities that I'm sure that we all carry, the sanctuary just holds us accountable to show up for ourselves. So
That's
Man,
tight.
thank y'all for that, man. My confidence just went up definitely, and
hey, that's
I'm
what
gonna
we
definitely
here
sign
for.
up for the next one.
You have no choice now, because
I got
once I
no.
hear it,
You know, put it out there now.
I promise you,
Uh,
Marcus will tell you. Marcus will tell you. If I know, and I say this on the mic, every open mic, when you come to our next one, whenever that is, I'll literally say, if I know you perform and you didn't sign this, I will sign you up.
she will. She will. She does that every time. Every
I'll literally be
sanctuary.
like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Welcome. You thought you were just gonna sit there looking pretty and watch? Nope, sorry. You gotta come get this rep in. Because that's the place
Yeah.
to
Get it
do it.
in,
That's the
get it
place,
in.
even if you
Yeah,
plan on doing one rep and never doing it again, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I keep my mouth shut because I don't want to be like Upo and pump fake over there.
No, man.
Nah, I
100%.
just
No,
playing.
you
Hey,
too. What?
so
Oh, like she said,
no,
I
no, I'm
seen you
not saying
pressing
that.
J last time. Needs when you was pressing J to do the poetry.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
did. Yep. You'll see, well, we see often from because we get tagged on our stories. They're like, oh, I was forced to perform today. Didn't I came to just watch. No, there's something in you. There's always something in you that wants to get up there too. And I'm gonna tug at that person every single time. I
Mhm.
even if I miss it this time, I'm like, damn, I forgot to pull you up this time. I'm forcing you to come next time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Nina and Nick, I'm gonna stir up the pot a little bit. You know, we're the open mic. I'm pretty sure you guys get some that you guys want to take somebody off the mic. Is there
Yes.
yes, is there a situation where you had to be like, all right, man, cut it out?
Yeah, there
Yeah,
has. Nick, you don't remember? I literally, because so we have a 4 minute limit for everyone,
yeah.
and everyone wants to shine. We welcome everyone to show up for themselves, but sometimes it be a little much.
Yeah.
And I got to pull some. It really only happened one time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it only happened one time where a guy was like he tried to fit 3 songs, 3 2 minute songs
Yeah.
in a 4 minute slot. And so it really diminished the quality of his performance because he was trying to rush and rush, you could tell. And I had to pull him aside and be like, you went well over the time limit. And then he was like, yeah, no, he tried to be funny about it. And
Mhm.
I was like, no, try that again, you're gonna get kicked out.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because and we play good cop, bad cop. I'm the bad cop every time. It's okay because it's not about you only. It's about you in that moment, but it's not just you. It's about community, the entire community. And
Mhm.
when you overstay your welcome on that mic, when you go over the allotted time, it takes away from the next person or the last person on the list,
Mhm.
so there
Mhm.
has to be some sort of control within the environment for sure. But what we do let people like there have been people been like f this f that da, 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 like, and my auntie and uncle are like, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave, and I'm like, I tried to warn y'all. I tried to warn y'all, like, we don't limit what anyone and everyone could say unless the establishment requires censoring, with language. But so far, so good.
That's,
Yeah.
that's where the Samoan daughter helps you out also, right? Is
Oh,
telling
yeah.
someone to get off the mic.
Let me tell you, every time I will be Auntie Nina. I'm Auntie Nina.
Auntie Nina.
I am Auntie Nina for sure. Yeah.
Nah.
That's so funny you asked that, though.
Yeah, when it's open mic, you always gotta, plan for the worst.
Yeah.
And so, but it's good that it's only one time, and throughout you guys 2 years of being,
Yeah.
you know,
I think it's because people already
eh,
know what's up. I think
Yeah.
people are, yeah, I think because people already know. Like
Yeah.
as far as just like if you know Nina, you know me, then it's just like like it's just like no,
Right.
we not doing
Makes
that. But
sense.
then also everybody who's there, like we're so close because everybody's been coming like consistently for 2 years. So it's just like we all respect each other. Like, so if something is like that, it not only impacts us, it impacts them. And they're like, oh no,
Mhm.
bro, that wasn't cool. Like,
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
hmm
Yeah, that's tight.
Plus, it don't hurt to have Usos at the door. People
Oh,
always come in
look, we got
when
the
they
we
come
got the
in.
girls at the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're at
What?
the door.
hey, well, Usos
Yeah.
mean girls too,
OCs?
sisters too.
Yo, we
OC.
all there. We all the muscle. The muscle is in the crowd.
It
Okay.
takes women. Exactly.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
literally. It
Exactly.
really does. It's a
Women
really good
empowerment,
balance.
huh?
We should come out with one where it says it takes Samoan daughters. Sorry.
There
Man,
you
We'll
oh
go.
make
my
one for y'all
goodness.
next time, Samoan
There
sons,
we
but we'll
go.
make
Actually, yeah, Nick.
so it
Yeah,
takes
you heard it
Samoan
here
Y'all,
first. That's
y'all
what
daughters.
we're
giving a
Here
doing.
lot of
first.
game
Heard it here
away
first.
tonight,
Los
man.
Brazilians, boy.
For
Yeah,
real.
y'all giving a lot of game away tonight. Appreciate it.
Aw.
Speaking of It Takes Women, let's talk about that before we go on to the questions in the chat. The merch, It Takes Women. Uh, man, I seen definitely got to order one. I want definitely order one for the girls, my kids and my
Mm.
wife. But where did that come from? How did you guys come up with that phrase or that sentence, that statement?
Nick, you don't remember?
We just looked around and it was all women and was like, it takes women.
No,
Like,
literally.
like
No,
my
yeah.
sister, her
Yeah.
cousin, my
Yeah.
mom,
We
like,
were hiring
like
women.
just women. Like, we love the men. Like, I just want to let y'all know we love y'all, But it's just
But you
like,
wouldn't be here
yeah.
without us. We birthed y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like we just looked around and it just like kind of just sad. It was just like it takes women, and sometimes that's just how it appeared. It wasn't like something crazy happened. It was just like going around, looking around, and just seeing all the Samoan women. Like of course there were like other ethnicities as well, but just like looking around and just seeing like when we did our sanctuary events, we have our aunties as our vendors, our moms as our like we have artists, we have different like it was just beautiful to see and it just felt like home. So it just felt nice and delicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it also it's just it speaks to what Nick and I have gone through. Like it really took at the very, very core of it, it took us two coming together in that cafe. And it took us two Psalm One daughters, two women, two millennial women to really bring this together and keep it together. And it's taking us to hold each other accountable to really just make sure we're each pouring into ourselves so that we can pour into the community. You know what I mean? It's a balance of both masculine and feminine energy. And it's just there's just no limit to what we can do. And yeah, at the core of it is women. So it really does just take women at this point. And
Mhm.
it's not just for the women to wear. Like you'll also hear first that we're going to have a campaign of men wearing it too, because they like all the men in our lives have also acknowledged, yeah, it does take women. It does take women to make turn a house into a home. It does take women to literally birth the community. And it does take women to, in the Psalm 1 communities, especially, to be the backbone of every family, and the backbone of the culture. Like, you'll see, like, well, in personal experience, like, it's not just my it's not just the men working, it's also the women working, the men are cooking, but they're coming to their wives and they're being like the softest version of themselves with the women,
Yeah.
which is also, I would argue, is the strongest version of yourself and the foundation of yourself. And that's what fuels you to be able to turn to the real world and be like this real strong masculine man, is because you're getting your cup filled at home. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Because without that feminine energy, like, how are you able to really just turn around and face the world, so at the core of it, I'll just say it really ultimately does take women.
I love it.
Okay. This is
I
what I'm
love
Yeah,
it.
talking
mic drop,
about. We got
Nina.
the
No,
one-on-one
no, I love
women
it because
Yeah.
teaching right here. I ain't
when
mad at it.
me and Pete got into this work, especially this community service. And Fold Movement, coming from our background, it's a male-centric organization, nonprofit, meaning it's all also male, and
Mm.
all our background is pretty much prison, which also is a male-centric environment. And so just to hear that spiel, and not only just hear you speaking right now, Nina, but also witness it myself. So when I got into this community service work, and going around into the community, that's all me and Peter saw. Mainly was all our women out here advocating for us, trying to move the envelope, pushing policies. It was always, man, from top to bottom, it was always the women that's in these organizations. So hopefully we can change that, in terms of change that narrative that, the men is well, not change the narrative, but because, like I said, the narrative's there. I witnessed it with my own eyes. I think hopefully we can highlight that more. You know what I mean? In today's world, that our women are out there, man, and without them, I think they the one that paid this community service platform for us to come along and get acquainted to it and learn how to serve and provide for our community as well. So I love that you said that and shared that with us here
I think
tonight.
it's really like because we just got here, like Nick and I, we're personally, just because I know our story, we're first generation. Our parents, just to reiterate, they're not born here. So our community, we're just getting started, and I do have hope for the future. Like Alicia said off camera, like she's inspired by this generation. It's our job to be inspired by the next generation too, because they're being brought up in a world that we built for them. We're lifting as we rise by just being in spaces with SoCal Pickert and by the sanctuary in this Zoom call. It's always us pushing and pulling, like learning from who came before us and staying rooted with that, but also learning from who's going to come after us and what are they learning from their perspective and their new world. Like there are things that they see that we don't see that we could learn from. So it's not just it's not just always going to be like this. It's just getting the next generation started, and I have so much hope for the future. The future just as close as next year, because I do see the kids doing the groundwork too, both girls and boys. All types of kids, and they're trying things that we've never dared to try back in the day, because our times were what we would be filling our times with would be just family, just church, just household chores, and now we're starting to see NFL players who aren't just linebackers, which, there was nothing wrong with that. But we're also seeing them in different positions just in that sport alone. We're seeing them also become therapists. We're seeing more presence on social media and just starting to take first steps for our community in general. So my hope for the future is I have so much hope for the future. They're doing great already. So and then I have hope for men too. We're just getting started, and we say that all the time. And I do think it does start with work like what you guys are doing right now, with being vulnerable with your creative side, and being available to do things that maybe you've never done before in this space. So yeah, it's doing great. And you guys are doing the work too, and then people will see you, especially in the faux movement. Like when I seen that and I read about that and I heard about that, I seen some family members in it. I just, I was inspired, and I really loved that it was starting when it did, because that who better to really be a part of a movement like that than the men who are a part of it, and then that really does set up, even if the kids who can't be a part of it locally, who are like say watching you from the East Coast, there could be Pacific Islanders who are put over there because of, let's say the service. They're like what Navy brats or something like that. Like they, moved all over the world. They could see the faux movement from afar and just be inspired by that alone. So
Yeah,
you guys are already in
definitely.
it. It's not like it's not there. You guys are in it. You're doing the work for sure.
And
Give you your flowers.
Like, look how many people you guys brought together, like even in this space, and then how many people we're connected by. But I love that you guys are like also just male centered because, our Pacific Islander men need love too, and nurturing and guidance, and just like that outside voice of just like, yo, me too. Like, how can we move forward and how can we come together? So we're all doing like this great community work, and I just appreciate it. So thank you guys, because I know even for Pacific Islander men, there's just like not a lot of talks about mental health and like care and nurturing, and you guys gotta like be tough and stuff. But we know y'all. We got
Yeah,
brothers and uncles and dads. Y'all
we see
soft for
right
real.
through your
Y'all
armor.
soft for real.
We
y'all
see
need
it.
y'all need love and hugs.
Yeah, y'all, and people in other communities also see it too. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, they look scary, but they're the
Y'all
softest,
are so
nicest people.
loving. Y'all are
Yeah, it's
so
I'm not scared of
loving.
anybody
Yeah.
outside of our community because of that.
What? Every time I'm just like, just out, they be like, and they be like, oh yeah, what are you? I be like, oh yeah, I'm Samoan. There always be a guy. He be like, oh really? Oh, I work with this one UFO. Yeah, like he got me played. Like like I swear, I hear it every week, and they're like, you know him? I said, you know what? Probably do. Love him. Happy you had that connection. Like because we're just loving people. So thank you guys for like focusing on our men as well because it's so needed. It's so needed.
Sometimes men will only listen to men too,
Yeah.
honestly. Because
Yeah.
sometimes we could say, like Nick and I, we could say something to the Pacific Islander community that are and to the men in it, but they won't hear it unless you reiterate exactly what we say.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know, like
Yeah,
that's
I feel that.
okay, because that will most likely be the same thing for the women in our community. They
Mhm.
probably won't hear you say it, but they'll probably hear us say it.
Yeah.
So it really just takes all of us. It does.
It takes all
So
of us.
it takes
That's
all
a good one. That's a good one. Another
it takes
shirt.
work. How about it takes work? It just takes work.
There you go. No, but I like what you guys said earlier, right? Especially for like YouTube, you guys are not afraid to do what you guys did because that was your you were trying to create a home, right? A safe place, and that's what the foe is too. The foe is like no one understands our history but us. When we
Mhm.
look at each other and man, let me tell y'all hit it right on the nail. When we have our meetings, man, you see some grown men crying. And you know what I mean? Talking about the pain that they suffer as a child, growing up, trying to, gain respect or be this type of person. And so, we had to humble ourselves and just understand, like, man, we need to express ourselves as well. And we found that within amongst each other. And so
Mm.
when we found that comfortability, I guess we were like ready for the world. Now we're ready to go share our testimony outside of the world because
That's beautiful.
you're right. Like you said, like you look at us like, oh man, I know that fool. He's hard. I said, man, but I'm not. I'm really soft inside. I'm just trying to protect my
Takes a
family.
real man to admit that. Let me tell
You know,
you.
man, this is what the foe did. If you guys were in this meeting, you guys would be like, man, this is what I'm talking about right here. Just because it breaks us down to that child again. Going back to that child and because of that childhood, we became hardened as we grow older. But then we had to, get back to that child again. So, Upu could tell you, man, these meetings, man, it'll go on for like 2 or 3 hours, man. We're just listening to the Uso, express himself. And we're
That's
just
good.
like, man, and me personally, a lot of these guys are older than me, and I was like, man, I didn't know that food was soft. And I was like, man, that's dope though. That's dope that we found the space for ourselves that we can
Mm.
express ourselves and love each
Mm.
other and tell each other like I love you
Yeah.
and cry and talk about the pain that we felt
And
That's
when
hold
so
each other
beautiful.
accountable, right?
Mm.
yeah, hold each other accountable. So our Monday meetings we call it accountability Monday to
Yeah.
where there's times where we want
Wow.
to do negative but we hold each other accountable and we cry it out, we hug each other and
Aw,
express ourselves. So
that's
you know
beautiful. Y'all
that's
making
why
me want
we
to
here.
cry.
I know. I
Yeah. I'm
like.
like,
Hey,
really?
so you said there was hope. We're the hope. We're the hope, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
the hope, man. And
That's
let me
beautiful.
tell you something too about the women, man. And it's funny because when me and the photo talk, I don't want to say I'm harder on my daughters, but I do talk to my daughters more than my son, just because of the women hold the family together. I saw. Let me tell y'all a story. My mom ran our family, and I didn't even know it. I didn't know it until she passed away, and I saw our family like falling apart. And I was like, but I thought my dad ran it the whole time. But it was my mom's voice that was telling my dad what to do, but she just never spoke it out, right? And not to say my dad was not holding us together, but I understood how strong that woman is in our home.
Mhm.
And so that's
Man,
why the
man.
mentality that I had for my daughters was, look, the reason why I'm on you guys is because you guys are the ones that hold the family together. And so I love it. I love what you guys are doing, and it just don't be too hard on us. Don't be too hard. Though. We gonna
Never.
raise some, you know.
No.
I just wanted to share that because I love what you guys are talking about and bringing it to light. And man, we support it. We support it
Yeah.
and love it.
But then also, I think it's important, like, I think it's beautiful that we teach people how to hold things together, but I think it's also important to also, like, what I've been teaching, like, my nieces and nephews is allowing things to fall and letting go of things and allowing to, like, rebuild and begin again. And I think those are, like, really big things because I think a lot of us try to hold on to things, and sometimes family dynamics do need space and they do need change. They need those conversations, they need that softness and that vulnerability. And sometimes, in order to see that, it sucks sometimes, like, families passing away or just like certain things that happen. But I think it invites us to like be vulnerable and have those conversations and step up and see the importance of why we need to listen to each other and be there for each other and to rebuild again with those pieces, that we have. So,
I like that rebuilding. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
That's
All
dope,
right, man.
man.
Sorry about that. We was, we just
Yeah,
going off talking. And
let's get into the audience, man. Let's
let
We
the
have a
spirit
heart to
flow, man.
hearts.
Spirit flow, right? But there was a question about saying when is the next event?
Oh yeah. Hey, Sheree.
Hi, Sheree.
Hey, Issa. No, I was in pilot with them back in the day
Oh.
with back in the day. Oh my gosh, I'm dating myself. Hey, Ali, I'm Antonina for real. Our next event, we haven't even because we're in the season of pouring into ourselves as artists. We're being intentional about that. I think we've just sort of been putting it on hold for now. It's really hard to put it on hold because it's real easy to just say, okay, we're going to put on an event a month from now. And it's tempting to do that. But right now, I think we are in the season of pouring into ourselves. We do want to circle back and be able to pour from a full cup as opposed to what we have been doing and pouring from an empty cup because we are self funded. And we are in the season of just trying to find funding because that's the only way that we won't be able to deplete ourselves. Because let me tell you, that for the past 2 years,
Mhm.
we have been
Negative.
depleting.
Negative.
We
Negative.
have been
What do you do
depleting
like that?
ourselves. And, we'll do it every time because that's what we naturally do as Samoan women who are active aunties and active daughters in our families. Like, we will literally
Do everything.
sacrifice
Mm,
ourselves
mm,
for our families. And when we consider our community, our families, we sacrifice ourselves even more so. So I think right now we're just trying to work smarter, not harder, get the funding. So updating a pitch deck or getting a pitch deck and yeah, just trying to get into more so applying and then getting back into the sanctuary and coming from a more solid financial foundation. Yeah.
mhm. And the
So
funny.
there's no date. There's no date for another one. I was
Mhm,
tempted
Well,
right
Nina
now to
Nick.
say,
Well, Nina
mhm.
Nick. Well, thank God for Roots Resilience. That's what this is about right here. At the end of the program, you're going to see these resources that we have for our people that we should take advantage of.
mm,
That's the reason why we did it. When we got this grant, the whole point of us was going and sharing that resource, but we was like, let's do it our way. Let's do it by storytelling, by interviewing our peoples, and then afterwards, to share our resources. And so, just hearing you say that is like, man, this is what this podcast is about. It's what Roots of Resilience is about because our peoples, man, like you said, the women will sacrifice everything just to make everyone else happy. And so we need to make sure that we pour back into our people. So just wanted to share that with you guys as you was talking.
thank you. I know early on you guys were talking about grants. I was like, what? That is the magic
Yeah,
word. You know
You
what I
should-
mean? Because that's really just all we're missing, to be honest.
Mhm.
That's really all, especially, these days everything is ridiculously expensive. And yeah, we're in the season of working smarter, not harder. And we
Yeah.
don't want to have to choose between filling our cup or filling the community's cup when
Yeah.
that's not something that even has to be
Yeah.
weighed out. We could literally just get funding that is always out there to be able to pour into this community work. Thank you so much. No, we could have done better. I will. We could have done better in doing our research, but because we're like trying to balance our personal lives and then also the business, we haven't done the groundwork to really just apply ourselves. But I think because we already have built our resume, we want to be able to put together a pitch deck. That is really just our next goal, is to be able to fund a pitch deck, first of all, just in order to just ask for more funding,
Mhm.
period. So thank you so much for being that resource for our community. And yes,
Absolutely.
would
That's
love
amazing.
to receive that blessing. Thank
As you
you.
should.
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
yours. It's yours. Hey, look, just to give you guys some motivation, right? Folk Movement, before we got our first grant, we did this thing for 3 years for free. Because
Mhm.
just like you guys, we were passionate. We just wanted to give back to our people. We wanted to save a younger Peter, a younger Upu. And God blessed us after that. He saw us do the work and he blessed us. And I feel the same way with you guys right now. As we're talking, I feel it so much that we're here to help you guys. We're here to help you guys get the next event. And that's what SoCal Pictures is about. That's what Full Moon is about. Is
Love that.
getting all the
Ah.
resources and sharing it, man. Ain't no gatekeeping over here. Ain't no gatekeeping.
Yeah, so nice. No,
Stop.
seriously.
Talk about
Right.
divine timing.
Divine
Divine. There
time.
you go. That's what I was about to say.
Mhm.
Divine. That's a divine
Mhm.
appointment right here.
Yeah,
Go
because
ahead, Big. O. I feel like I'm talking.
we were throwing in the towel low key. I'm not,
Oh
well,
no.
personally I was. I'm not gonna lie. Just for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Opal, go ahead.
Nah, this is great. I was just going to mention that we got a comment from YouTube from Auntie Audrey Alo, and she said, just comment, you have not just arrived, but you are here and moving forward.
Aw,
And
that's
then
so sweet.
Terrain also comment, she can help brainstorm with some of those potential funding options. So
Oh my gosh,
Stop.
please, Shireen. Oh my gosh.
Terrain, no, Terrain's a beast, man.
Please.
Terrain,
She's always
she's
working.
just so, yeah, we're so blessed to have Terrain in our team. And for me,
Yeah.
like I said, this is an area that, that we have to learn. It's way out of our wheelhouse, but we understand that this is something that we have to buckle down and, dress the part if we have to, and sit in the room with those who just going to educate us on how to move forward and bring our community along with us.
Mhm.
Navigators.
Come on. Let's
Sorry,
go.
that just came in my head.
As
Now,
it should.
Say it out loud.
Question. I don't know if I asked this before, but where did you guys get the name By the Sanctuary?
We were throwing out names, and Nick, literally every time we like try to brainstorm something, Nick will say something and I'll be like, yes, that's the one. And then she'll doubt herself and I'll be like, no, that's the one, because it is. The sanctuary is whatever we make it. Like we talk about our home, and wherever you're able to like just breathe and say, okay, cool. Like I could take the weight of the world off of me. I could literally walk into my home and just breathe. That is my sanctuary. And that's where I recharge. And that's where we made sure that we create that sanctuary for all creatives. So that they can not just express, because when you express, that is a form of recharging.
Amen.
Your favorite form of expression is also a way to recharge yourself. So I think that was really what Nick and I were just leaning towards, is just making it intentional. Every move that we make is intentional. Everything that we do is intentional, and for the community. And it just made sense when Nick said it.
And even within this new season of us, like not having like a sanctuary event, like we always invite people, like, please have open mic. Please
Yeah.
create something. Please take this blueprint and continue it on. It's
Please.
not, and a lot of people have come to the sanctuary are like, oh, we did an open mic. I'm like, cool, bet. Like we love that. Like we want it
Yes.
everywhere and anywhere. It's not something that belongs to us. It's
Yeah.
ours. It's all of ours. Like, and Yeah, I was like, that's also just what I want to say. It was just like, even though we're taking a break from this, like Nina and I are so community centered that even though we'll be on our like filling our individual cups as like independent artists, or like, Nina's going and acting in movies, or like, I had to throw that in there. But
Girl.
I
Hey,
had to go, I had to
throw
throw
it
that
in
You
in
heard
there.
it here
I
first. You
love
heard it here
Heard it first.
first.
You need some
There's a lot of
I
Polynesian
know,
firsts in
female
I
Hollywood.
know
actors.
her. I
There you
know
go.
her. I know. But just know like we'll always do our best to like represent and to like bring our resources that we navigate through back to our community. That's always our goals. Um, and even with our recent It Takes Women shoots, it's been like with our nieces and like our nephew. So it's just we're just trying to pass the torch and navigate these paths the best that we know how. And like once we do that, and sometimes you got to walk those paths alone, but then you bring it back home, So
Well, Nick, let me tell you, don't pass the torch because you gotta hold on to
Yeah.
it, man, because you got a lot more to do
She
with
said,
it.
pass the torch. I was like,
Yeah, don't pass it. Don't pass it
I
yet.
was
pass
like,
it.
yes.
We want you
That's
to
how
hold on to it
tired.
for a
I'm not
long
gonna
I just
lie.
want
time
to dilly dally.
before you pass it. So even though you guys like other people
That's how
doing it, we
tired
just do
we
it for
are.
ancestry.
I'm
I bet.
tired. I'm
Tired.
tired. I have low iron.
I would be less that we'll be less tired. I have low iron. Vitamins, girl. Welcome to your
I'm
30s.
tired. I'm tired, y'all.
Me too.
Man, that's dope. Nina, I seen follow you on, like I said, I follow you so on social media, and I seen that you took a recent trip to Samoa.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Every time
Yeah, man.
I question why I'm here, you know. I question my existence in America every time I go back to Samoa. I'm like, why don't we just go home? Well,
Mm.
I went there for my sister's wedding, and there were almost 30 of us. There were about 20 plus of us who were on the same airplane. And as an active auntie and you know, the
The
daughter of a
go-to, the
Samoan,
dependable,
the dependable,
the one.
my anxiety has just settled when like maybe 2 weeks after we got back. Yeah. So it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. Reconnected with the roots. If anyone listening to this has not been to Samoa and you are of Pacific Islander descent, get on that plane. Like I promise you, like 2 years ago was my first time back for it. I went back for a funeral twice. One for my uncle, and then one for his youngest daughter, who was my second mom. Um my auntie in 2023. It was my first time back in over 20 years. I went when I was like 8 and I still remembered it. But being back in adulthood is different. When you connect to the soil that your ancestors walked on, it very much is ancestral. It's very much like take me back to my roots.
There you go.
Right.
You heard it here first.
See it first.
So yeah, it was beautiful, bro. I'm sorry to cut off your question, but yes, I'll take up any opportunity to talk about Samoa because I love it. And while I'm here, I know y'all know some Samoan language teachers. I will take that class,
Oh,
please.
me
Link
too. Is
me.
that a class?
It's an online class somewhere. I don't have the link.
Lanafa. So that's one of
Yeah,
our partners in SoCal Picker, Lanafa. So
Oh,
No,
thank
really?
we'll
you.
definitely connect you guys with them, so you guys can.
Take me
Me and
back to
Upu need
my
to connect with them
Yay.
as
roots,
well. So
What? I'm trying to pull up to
please.
my family reunions and just be fluent. So everybody
ah,
can look.
It was
talk
it was
about like
heartbreaking
What?
going back. It was
was it?
heart it was heartbreaking going back and not being able to talk, like have a full conversation with people from my grandpa's village who literally grew up with my grandpa. Like that's how like they know not a lick of English. And I thank God that my parents were there to be able to translate, but it's not the same. It really isn't. And I wanted to ask so many questions on my own that I just could not ask because of the language barrier. And it's not their fault. It really is it's no one's fault, but it is our duty to really just relearn it because it is a language that is fleeting. us right now. So Lengafa, you about to see me.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Mhm.
Okay.
Come up.
Hook you up with Dr. Moni.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm actually excited. I'm
Same.
excited. I'm so excited. Please connect me. Please.
Done. It's done. I mean, this is what this is for, right? I mean, to be honest with you, right? Like the network and resource. You know, when this grant came about, we was like, and going back to what I told you guys, it was a thought. It was a thought to do this. And then Alicia, the brilliant person she is, just like, why not? Let's do it. And here we are in our what 14th episode, 15th episode.
Yay,
My girl.
congratulations.
And I will tell you this: the beauty of learning here and all these guests, they were saying, "Man, I never thought anyone wanted to interview me." And so it just hits me. And I love what you said, Nina. It's our duty. It's our duty to bring our people to light. Because who's going to do it? Who's
Right.
going to do it? So this is what this platform does. Give you guys that shine that you guys solely deserve. And please do not quit. Please don't get tired. Go
Please
re-energize.
don't pass
Recharge.
the torch.
You know what? Hey, we're gonna buy a ticket for Nick to go to Samoa to go recharge over there, right?
Yeah.
Don't say that. I'm hopping in that bag.
Nah, but yeah, man, this is a beautiful conversation that I think we all need to have with each other, and like, and you know, to be honest with you, I think someone said in the chat, like, we do better at getting these resources to you guys because it's I don't want to say sad, but it's eye opener to let me know that you guys don't know about these resources, right? And we do, and we need to be the one to give it. Because to be honest with you, even us, you know, growing up as gangbangers, there was no folk movement, you know, when we was growing up. So like when these kids that are gangbanging now need a place to, you know, retire all that or go talk to someone, man, come over here. We're gonna tell you
Aw.
we're gonna tell you how stupid it is. We're gonna tell you how heartbreaking it is to our family members that watch us go through those things. And you know, it's our safe place. It's our safe place that we get to re-energize and rebuild, you know, ourselves, who we really are, you know, our Samoan culture. So yeah, great conversation to have. Appreciate you guys being here and
Yeah.
you know, just speaking. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, definitely. We definitely got to get together and just brainstorm. Like you guys say, just be creative and intentional on how we can collaborate, and not only collaborate is just like what can come, you know, what can blossom from this collaboration. And I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff in the bag for us that's on the table. We just got to get to the table and talk. With that, you guys, Pete, you got any more questions before we it feels good? You guys
we
good? You
definitely
guys
gotta do we definitely gotta do a part two on here, you know.
You go as
This
long as
is-
you want. I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Well,
will say this. I will say this. You guys are. It's for me as a father. It's great to hear our Samoan daughters and women be this type of leadership. This type of leadership and so much wisdom. Man, you got so much. Wow, you had me drawn like this just listening to Nina and Nick. You know, just the things you guys were saying. It's like, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and hopefully when we go to schools, because me and Upu and the folk movement, we go to talk to schools. We'd love to take you guys with us. So you guys
Yes.
can talk to the young women in there. Because you know these young men, they look at us and when we tell them, we start to break down, we start to cry for them. They're like, man, you guys over here sharing their emotions and they never seen that before. And that's what we want to break that stigma. We want
I
to break
love
that
that.
stigma from the male part of it. So
I love
yeah,
that.
we love we love everything you guys have to offer and the wisdom you guys have. So just wanted to share that with you guys as we move forward. Anything you guys want to talk about that's outside of by the sanctuary or outside of our community that you guys see that's a need?
I I need I think everyone is doing the work. I think everyone's doing the work individually.
There you go.
I think that there
Come on,
like
keep talking.
collaborations like this should happen more often and more reach outs are necessary because we are not the type of people who ask for help.
Oh, well, we
Amen.
don't. We
And
don't.
we do not. So I mean I am. I mean not all the time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not the type to ask for help all the time. I would suffer. We would rather suffer in silence than to ask for help. I think it's just like being able, like, as Psalm daughters, we are the types to see a need, fill a need. So maybe just more like we could have even, you guys say that, oh, we'll do better with like trying to share the resources and whatnot, but we will also do better with trying to look for them, you know?
Yeah.
Driven Mindset said, as women of the Pacifica and understanding of your culture, do you think our Samoan culture has played a part in both a good or way or a negative way? And what would that be, and how is it affected by running the sanctuary? I think it's like with every community, there's good and bad. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
get people from all kind of backgrounds, all different faiths, all different political beliefs, whatever. But in this sanctuary, we make sure it's all neutral. I don't care what you believe in. I don't, but you will respect each other in this space. And Auntie Nina or Auntie Nina's brain and Auntie Nick's brain is turned on from the start of the event to even 2 hours after the event. You know what I mean? Like it's inevitable for us to bring that sort of Pacific Islander, more specific Samoan auntie and slash daughter energy to the space. And I don't think we would ever let anything outside of ourselves affect us so much to a point where it will negatively affect the sanctuary. Ever. Because any time that we come across anything that is negative within, you know, say like the community, because that's the demographic that we pull in, we control it, you know, and we make sure that we make sure that everyone's good, because at the foundation of ourselves as individuals, we make sure that we're solid and that we're honest with ourselves as individuals. Otherwise, Nick and I would have never worked together, because we're big on energy and we're big on our morals and our standards, you know. So as long as we're good as individuals and within ourselves as partners, and as long as we're good there, everything else will follow suit. You know, we're very honest with each other. We're very honest about our business, and we make sure that everyone we work with is just as honest. And because we hold each other accountable and ourselves accountable, we will always hold our community accountable. Because that's real love. That's
There you go.
real love. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not
We need a
gonna
sound
lie to
effects in
you.
here.
Yeah, that's it. That's really it. So
Man, where all this wisdom come from? Study it, you heard it, felt
Life.
it.
I'm 32.
Life.
She said, I'm
I'm
32.
45. I don't
I
have
got
that
lived experience.
wisdom.
You do, but you
You
have
do.
it, and you say it when people come to you,
Yeah.
when the kids come to you, you share your knowledge, and
Yeah.
you're an expert in that. Like we're an expert in ourselves, all of us, and we
Yeah.
we all try to show up as our best selves in every space that we show up in, especially this one. You know what I mean? So don't ever sell yourself short. Don't let me hear you say that you don't got the knowledge. Don't say
You
it in front of me, because I'll
do.
check you and say, yes, you do have the knowledge.
You
I know your
do.
story, Peter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I am not new to this. Like, you know, we haven't had conversations like this before, but I see it. I see the work.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you gonna get your flowers too. Okay.
And then
Okay.
I appreciate it.
sometimes
I appreciate
sometimes
it.
your wisdom can just be in the way that you can like even love and hold space for people.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure like even when the kids come, like I think even like, you know, just observing this conversation, like how you guys just like start joking around and start like laughing and like make the situation like lighter, but then you're saying something heartfelt and then you speaking from the heart, like that's y'all superpower. So like how like delivers it, that's how she delivers it. How Peter does it, like, you know, everybody has like a super magic power of how we connect and like share our wisdom. It just happens differently, and sometimes it could be within a laugh. Like that just helps. Sometimes people just need to laugh, you know? So it's like even within this conversation, it's like you've helped keep the conversation light. You like, you know, you're speaking
Yeah.
life into us, and then yeah, we're joking around, and that's even us growing up Samoan. That's how we all grew up. Where we're all like, you know, having a heart to heart. Then we start laughing, we joking. Now we roasting. Now we back to having a heart to heart. Like, you
Yeah.
know, so yeah, like
Very
yeah.
true. Very true.
Very human, though. Very human to be
Yeah.
self-critical. Very Samoan to be self-critical. But we have to give ourselves our flowers, because it's second nature to be self-critical, and it's second nature to Samoans to really put yourself on the back burner. Stop doing that. You
Yeah.
know, stop
Mhm.
doing that. You
Amen.
know, like we have to pour into ourselves through our
Yeah.
words, because words matter too.
Yeah, you are who you think you are. Like,
Yeah, we
yeah.
got it. You know, you give yourself your flowers. Give yourself your flowers.
Mhm.
You guys doing the work. We're really doing it. The wisdom really does come from the culture, and it comes from the family. Like we have such big families that almost all that we know, what we are all experts at are funerals. Let me tell you, my friends who are not Samoan, my man who is not Samoan, they're not well versed in funerals. It is surprising to
Very
them,
true.
to my coworkers, how well versed we are in funerals. And it is like we could do all that with our eyes closed because we celebrate it like it's a wedding. It's a celebration of life times 10. You know, like that's what we're experts at, and that's why we value life so much, and that's why we are so soft at our very core.
Mhm.
And that's why I don't believe men when they're like, I'm hard and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah. I was raised by someone, man. You can't tell me, like
Mhm.
y'all, everyone is soft. Everyone is soft, and the more you try to deny it, the more you try to deny yourself, the further away you just move away from your core, and the further away you move away from who you are as a person. Everyone is soft, and we all have different ways of showing it, but we all have the same goal of being the best versions of ourselves every day, and doing the best we can and showing up the best we can for ourselves, because we know that that's the best way to show up for our community.
Mm. Some gems right there.
Hey, like Driven Mindset right now in the chat, awesome and well said.
Show yourself.
I did want to bring up. We saw that you guys did a photo shoot at Ken's Market in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Man, those pictures came out like an editorial straight out of a
Shout out
magazine,
to
y'all.
Shane.
Shout
Well,
out Shane,
Yeah,
worldwide
Hey,
Shane.
I didn't Mogo. We're gonna interview him next, man. That's
you
the man.
No,
should.
for
You
real.
matter of
should.
fact,
You
we meet with him
should.
tomorrow. Me and Pete.
Yeah, we
You
meet with him
should.
tomorrow.
Silent killer. He needs to be the one
Yeah.
to talk.
Yeah.
I
Silent
literally.
killer.
And
No,
that's one thing about Shane too, is like he's like just highlighted so many people like in our
Yeah.
community. Like, and he just, like, I don't want to say he doesn't care to receive his flowers, but he'd be like, yeah, bro, like whatever for the community, whatever for everybody, like I'll do anything. It doesn't matter. And I think like it even reminded me of the sanctuary. It's just like it's brought together so many dope creatives where it's like we're all wanting to support each other. Just like this, you
Yeah,
know?
definitely inspirational with
Long
Shane and
Beach
Pete.
native too.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that came up with the Ken's Market idea. He
Oh
was the one.
wow.
He saw the vision because he's seen us from the beginning to the end. Like
That's right.
he's seen us in the beginning, like how we've been progressing. He gave us our flowers like all throughout. He's like, "What can I do? What can I do to help y'all out? Like, let me know what you guys want to do." I'm like, "Oh yeah, bro, let's do it." And so we met up at Ken's. He's like, "Oh, you know what? We could do it at a market." I forgot how Ken's was brought up. I believe he was the one that brought it up. And so yeah, so we met there, and then it was up from there. We knew the intention that we had for it. We knew his vision. Like we all had the same goal, and it just worked out. Divine timing for real. And it was beautiful. Like everyone goes to Ken's Market, but no one would think to have a shoot there. And it wasn't like we were like, oh, no one's ever done a shoot here, but we should do it here. Like we were inspired by other communities. Like there was another photo shoot that we used as a mood board. They do it in like the liquor store or whatever, and they'll do their own snacks and whatnot. And we were like, oh yeah, we could do it in the Samoan store. We could just carry all the Samoan, like all of the snacks that we grew up eating that is normal to us that people outside of our community would never know about. But if you know from across the world, you know what those snacks are. They coming in straight from Samoa or New Zealand or. So it really was received well, but I think whether it was received or not by socials, it was received within Nick, Shane, and myself because we already knew what the vision was. We weren't really looking for it to go big, but it just did
It
because
did.
everyone else saw the vision. So yeah.
And was Shane, yeah, shout out to Shane too, man,
Shout out
Island
to
Mogul.
Shane.
Was Shane part of the It Takes Women photo shoot as well?
Yes.
Oh, check out Shane, man. Get busy,
Mhm.
y'all.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
He
if you guys
was.
ever need a dope graphic, Dallas
Yes.
Nina's cousin is the one who actually helped us design It Takes Women and what the hoodie she got on right now.
Yeah.
So
He's not selling this anymore, but he does all graphics. He literally just did a graphic for a close family friend that, who just recently passed away, and he really does put his heart and his soul into his graphics
Mhm.
for real. And he did a graphic for Fiji, and Fiji's kids ended up using it at the funeral. Like he's
Stuff.
really good. I'm sure y'all heard of it. Or y'all heard of him because his work is amazing. He's great. He's a great rapper too, and
Just
yeah,
all around.
all over. He's just so
All around.
crazy creative. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we gotta meet Dallas, man. I gotta
Yeah.
maybe when we pull up to the sanctuary, man, we can have it set up to where you can have all your team there, and yeah, we can just sit and break bread like the good Lord said, and go from there.
Let me put his I'll put his worldwide Shane and then Dallas and Casey.
Oh, cool.
You guys already have Shane, so I'll put Dallas's in here. Dallas and Casey. I'm trying to bring him out a little more through his rapping is crazy.
Yeah,
Dallas.
yeah. He performed at
Yeah,
the
he's
sanctuary
nice.
and what? It was just so educational. It was just like, yeah, it's just so felt, you know?
Yeah, he touched
Um,
on Black Saturday. He touched on just the Pacific Islander culture overall, just after his grandma had passed too. So
mhm, mhm.
yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, I see we got some fans, some Dallas fans in the chat.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
dope.
They got somebody rocking his merch right now as we speak.
Yeah. Love that.
Hey, yeah,
Basically.
yeah. And also, who helps with the business side is also Suka. She's a real silent killer.
Oh,
But
I love Suga. Yeah.
Suka, if you want to get connected with someone, woman who helps small business banking,
Hmm.
Suka is. We'll just link you to Suka.
Yeah.
She doesn't do work through social media, but she's more
Yeah.
of an office queen. So
She helped
yeah,
us and she also helped my mom start
yeah.
get her business banking together, you know? So she's dope. Love her. Love you, Zuko.
Mhm.
Well, man, you guys, I guess I can ask probably one more question to the both of you guys. The same question, and then we can start wrapping it up. And so the question is, what do you hope for future generations will gain from this work that you guys are doing? Either
So
one came from most.
yeah, that's it. I hope that the next generation um just knows that it's possible. Yeah, that anything is possible, really. I was like trying to think of a deep quote and just like what just kept coming to my mind is that it's possible. And sometimes when you navigate in the path, like you're on your path when you don't know what to do and like when you feel lost. And I just hope that invites you to like sit with yourself and sit with your emotions, sit with your prayer, write some stuff out, find your outlet that can help you express and just come home to yourself. And I hope that you just believe in yourself and just are okay with walking your path alone to find your village. That's it.
I think I just recently started thinking about this because I myself like found myself in adulthood coming back to what I was interested in when I was a kid. If I were to say anything to the next generation who ain't paying bills, find what you're interested in that you would do for free for the rest of your life
Mm.
and pour into that. And if you are a parent of any child and you see them naturally interested in something, pour into that. You know what I mean? Like that is one thing that I find, just people always circling back to is what feeds their inner child. So
Hmm.
so the next generation, they are children right now. I
Hmm.
hope that they step into themselves more than, and I see that they are, honestly. Like
Hmm.
with TikTok, with social media and whatnot, like they see that it is possible to be themselves on socials and step into their creative selves, and they see the possibility of being able to be successful in a creative venture that they're interested in. So if I would say anything, it's really just I hope the next generation has so much confidence in themselves that they are like unable to just doubt themselves at all. I hope that they feed into themselves so much that they're able to drown out the rest of the world. You know, I hope that I hope that they become so obsessed with what they are interested in that they just literally won't hear out anybody else about, like, they won't hear any naysayers. They won't just let anybody deter them from their vision. And I hope that they are given the resources through the adults that they surround themselves with, whether it's like their aunts, uncles, parents, grandparents, family, friends, or whatever. I hope that, and I trust that they are surrounded by, millennial parents or millennial adults who see them,
Yeah.
and I just hope the best for them. I hope, and I know that they got it in them too, because they're the generation. Every generation will always be better than the last, and I see them stepping into it. But I just hope that the ones that don't, that aren't taking those risks, just choose to take those risks like in childhood while you're not paying no bills.
Nice,
I love
man. Well,
that.
thank you guys. I'm glad we saved that question for last. Beautiful place to put our bookmarker on. And Pete, if you have any closing thoughts you want to share before we close it up?
No, honestly, man, I didn't know what to expect coming to this interview. I just want to let you guys know I'm a fan. I became a fan. I know Nina, barely met Nick, but just became a fan of who you guys are as people, as a person, and as leaders of our culture. Like when you say hope, man, you guys are the hope. Man, tell my daughters, my nieces, hey man, you guys know Nina and Nick. It's a great place to start, right? When the folk got together, we had to look at ourselves like, and we got to be the ones to start this change.
Mhm.
We got to be the ones to change that narrative, right? And get back to our roots. And so you guys are definitely that for our generation now. And so this interview was more I want to say pleasing than I thought. And what I mean, just because I just didn't know more about the sanctuary, but just actually just you guys as individuals. Big fan of you guys. Great knowledge and wisdom, and hopefully, Upu and I and SoCal Pick and Folk could put you on more platforms to share that wisdom and knowledge and just that good energy. I am biased, but I believe that our Pacific Islander culture is the blueprint on how to be a family and how to be a community.
Ooh,
And like
like that.
when we came here, we adopted this gang culture into our culture. But now that we're older and we're like taking it away, we're getting back to our roots and learning how to get back to how to be Samoan, how to be Tongan, how to be God fearing, God loving people, and be who we are, be comfortable in our skin. And this is what it is right here. So just wanted to say appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming on, taking that call, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna be meeting up more often than this. So thank you, Nina. Thank you, Nick, and love y'all. Appreciate it. That's
Thank you
my
guys.
Thank
We
you,
love you
guys.
Thank
I
you.
believe I think he hit it on the nail with roots, right? And it's fitting that the podcast is named Roots of Resilience. And we like to use the word roots as an acronym for returning to our original true self.
Ooh, I
And
like
so,
that.
yeah, so when Pete talking about going back to our roots, it's the values. We're not going to go back to being walking around barefooted and drinking coconut milk all day.
Oh,
It's
why
it's, it's
not?
Why
more.
not?
Why not? That
No,
sounds
but
Do
it's,
that.
fun.
it's
Why? That's where it's
Hey,
supposed to
I want
be.
to. Yeah,
That's where
low-key,
we're
hey
I'll
supposed
still
to
be
man.
barefoot.
be.
Not gonna lie.
No, but he's talking about getting back to the values that we lost along the way. You know what I mean? The faith that we lost along the way that our ancestors brought with them. And so, man, thank you guys just for, once again, like Pete said, for your willingness to come on here. Thank you for sharing your time and your wisdom, and especially your mana. Just can definitely feel the alofa just radiating off the screen coming off you guys. So we appreciate that. And I want to give you guys some opportunity for any closing thoughts before we share some resources.
No, we're just, yeah,
Appreciate you guys. Thank you
Closing
so much.
thoughts.
yeah, we just want to say thank you and we love you guys and thank you guys so much for like, just inviting us on and we just want you guys to know like you guys poured into our cup today and like
Yeah.
re-energized us.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, like we also needed this conversation too and just like this sense of community and support. So we appreciate you guys for just reaching out and just walking y'all path for us all to link back up and share, yeah, and be.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly that. You just very appreciative because you guys met us right when I'm not gonna lie. Like it was about to be up for me. For me personally, it just feels like we have been pouring, but we also know, that it's just nice to it's just nice to be met with divine timing and nice that you guys are acknowledging that the work that we did, not just that but also just sharing like, hey, your cup is empty because of this. We have the resources, and it does feel like we are falling and we did need this reassurance and sort of just the resources in order to have that little glimmer of hope for the future for the sanctuary. Yeah, because we've been on E and it does feel like, we on $20 away from E right now. We just refilled the tank just a little bit. So thank you and we appreciate you, and yeah, just we appreciate you guys so much for having us and recharging us for real.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely goes both ways, y'all. Yeah, so man, before we wrap it up, we would love to share some of the wonderful opportunities and resources that we have. And feel free to follow us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest SoCal Pickard updates. This one right here is should you be charging your customers sale taxes? What you need to know. And it's a webinar that's going to take place August 26th, a Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Also, we have a business contract 101 webinar. It's protect your business, protect your bottom line. That's on August 26th as well from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. You can find the link there. There's also another finding funding webinar, probably right up in our alley.
There you go, right there.
This is a free workshop that will explore the varieties of funding types for your business, including disaster relief related assistance. Also, we have a resource of developing actionable business plan, and that's going to happen Wednesday, August 27, 2025 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And that's about it, y'all. That's all we got to break bread, like the good Lord said. But continue to follow us on social media with SoCal Pickard on all platforms, because we're always coming up with resources, during the week. So definitely stay updated with that. And yeah, just want to thank you all again, especially our special guests, Nick and Nina from By the Sanctuary. Thank you guys for just spending time with us, just sharing your resilience and just your journey along with us. I'm sure everybody that tapped in tonight and those that will come later on to view it will highly appreciate it. And with that, as always, we always start with a prayer and we love to end with a prayer. So I'll turn it over to my brother. Turn it over to my brother Peter to close us out in a word of prayer. God love.
Hey, thank you, Brother Upu. Before I share, before we end it, I want to share some this quote I always share at events, and it feels fitting for this one. I always say, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And that's what we need to do as our peoples, is go together. This is not by accident. This is divine, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for us as we move forward. And then I also feel the spirit to ask Nina if you could pray us out. if that's possible.
Yeah, Nina.
Peter, you try to get out of praying.
No, yeah. I just feel the spirit to give it to you, my sister.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Go.
Nina.
Thank you.
Okay. Dear God, thank you for this day. We thank you for the many blessings, the many lessons. We thank you for bringing us here together safely. And we thank you for divine timing and letting us meet you halfway, giving us the resources within this podcast and within, the spiritual resources that we also needed within this podcast. We thank you for just all that you've done for us thus far and all that you're going to do for us in the future. May this podcast be blessed moving forward, and may this union be blessed moving forward. And we thank you. In God's name we pray. Amen.
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 This
There you
means.
go. It was meant for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
All right, bye,
You're
y'all.
on mute, Oost. Yeah.
It's a lot of firsts that happened on this episode tonight, man. That's
It
definitely,
was.
yeah. It's the first time we had a guest pray us out, so we're definitely humble and honored by that.
Aw.
And like you say, you just take the bull by the horn when it's that moment. A lot of time we like to resist things in that moment, but good enough that you have the training and the wherewithal to say, hey, it's one of those moments I'm gonna push through and pray us out. So thank you so much.
Hey, real quick, Nick and Nina, me and Oop, we're off, right?